Cool. So let's go, production assistant. Can you go over to the prep cam? Oh, thank you. You can? That's excellent. I appreciate it. We've got a big bowl. Now let's move that forward so you can see the cutting board. Okay. So we did toast off some pumpkin seeds, some pepitas. You can see they're just lightly toasted now. Delicious. So in they go. It's about half a cup of those. Over here on my shelf of many things, I do have some dates. So I'm gonna get, what's that, about 8 dried dates. They're just delicious, right? Like they're really, really good little snack. Yeah. But realistically, you can add whatever fruit you like to this, and nuts as well. Like fruit and nuts, again, it's like trail mix. I quite like dates, so I'm gonna add those. Just cutting them into little slices. Right, I've got some apricots. I really like dried apricots as well, so I'm gonna do about half a cup of dried apricots. So with the apricots, we're just gonna slice them. It's what we want. I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit and do a photo because I think it looks cool. That's what we call Instagram content. Content creators, hey? I've got some dried cranberries as well. I really, really like dried cranberries. So I'm just gonna put in, again, like half a cup of those. Some sultanas. Sultanas are another really good one to put in there. Put in about half a cup of those. What I might do, I've got some prunes. So prunes are really good. You might not like prunes, but I do. I'm just gonna chop these again into long strips. Hey, what's the thing on this channel? We don't measure things with measuring cups unless we really have to. Right, so we've got our fruit mix there. Lovely, lovely. I've got some of this nice almond flour. So it's really finely ground almond. So I'm really putting in like probably, let's say about a cup of that. You don't have to be exact with this recipe, which is why I really like it. It's a real rustic sort of recipe. I've got a little bit of golden syrup. So this is just gonna add sweetness and stickiness to it. So it's about a cup of that. Delicious. So I've just got some toasted sort of wheat bix. I think you've got this sort of cereal in America as well. Just these sort of toasted Wheaties or whatever you call them. So I'm gonna use those as well. I'm just gonna crumble them. So I'm gonna put some rolled oats in here. You probably want like, let's say, cup and a half. I've got too many things in my cupboard, so I'm just gonna add a quarter of a cup of sugar there. And then we need our plain flour. So we're putting in here some plain flour, about 2 cups. So we have that mix there. Right, I'm just gonna start mixing this together. And what we're doing here is just rubbing it. You wanna mix all that fruit and cereal and flour and stuff. Just make sure that it's all evenly distributed. So you can see there, that's my dry rubbed ingredients. Last thing I'm gonna add, a bit of bicarb soda. So I've got 1.5 teaspoons. And then we need to get out some butter. Now for this much, I think I'm gonna need about half of a block, which is about 250 grams. I don't know what that is in freedom units, I apologize. Maybe someone in chat can tell us. So I've just softened up that butter. So in it goes. What we're gonna do, we'll just have a chat here while I mix this all together, hey? What I'm doing now is just rubbing this. Yes, rub that mix. I will, but this is making it awkward. So you just wanna work this dough a little bit now. But you can see it is combining together really nicely. It's like a solid little ball of deliciousness here. It should be crumbly texture when you squish it, but it should easily ball back together. So that's our dough that we've just made. You can see all that nice dried fruit and the oats and pumpkin seeds and stuff in there. That's what we like. Aussie Martha Stewart, thank you. I do look a lot like Martha Stewart, I think. Yeah, it's the hair mostly. All right, we do need to like keep cooking. What were we doing? I've got my mix here. So I do have flat baking trays. This is what we want. We're just gonna halve that. Put half on this tray, half on this tray. And all we're doing is just flattening it out onto the tray. I actually think we might get away with just making them thicker and doing it on one single tray. So disregard what I said before about 2 trays. We're just going to make them slightly thicker and roll it out on a single tray. You just want it to be like uniform thickness, otherwise some bits will get like crunchy and dry. Hitting that dough like it owes you money, exactly. And there we go, look at that. How nice. In the oven it goes. Yeah, you know what, I'm happy with that. Out comes the muesli bar. So before this cools down completely, we're just cutting these to size. But because they're homemade muesli bars, you know, cut them whichever size you want. They're your muesli bars. So we're just gonna chop them this way now. Little muesli bar sized pieces. So I know this has to cool a little bit, but I am gonna grab a piece. Look at that. That delicious dried fruit and nuts and stuff in there. We're gonna try it. Here we go. Here's our muesli bars, homemade. Oh yeah. That's so good. Hey YouTube fan, thanks for watching this big small world. You can watch more videos right here without even moving off your seat, or you can check me out on my socials or even live streaming over on Twitch. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers.